brought up very properly. She was taught the मूल मंत्र and all those rituals जो सिख फैमिली में किए जाते हैं. तो गुरबाणी की परवरिश शुरू हो गई. But to her misfortune, when she was just 2 years old, her mother resided, her mother died. And this demise of her mother shattered her father so much so that he went into an insane condition. He lost his mind. So now Gurbani was given to her uncle and aunt to be brought up. In their place when she was just 16 years. She was forced to marriage and she was made to marry a man who was very old to her. But being a good girl, I may say that a girl who didn't wanted to annoy her uncle and aunt, knowing that being a girl she's a responsibility of her uncle and aunt, she gave up to them to let them marry her to a man who was very old to her and who did not have any such beliefs in God or Guru. But Guru Bani, during the childhood times, for the 2 years that she had been with her mother, had followed whatever her mother had said and adopted so much so that of that principles in her life, that she had a habit of waking up in the Amrit Vela, which is the early morning time, 3:30, 4:30. She used to get up every day without any negotiation of the weather or anything that such happens in her life. She used to get up and pray to God, and while singing the Mool Mantra, while singing the Gurbani, she used to do all the chores of the household, which was she meant to do by her uncle and aunt. Now, when she was married, she wanted to continue the same practice. But because now she was married, she had to seek permission of her elders in the house. When one day in the morning, she woke up early, that's in the Amrit Vela, she went to her elders to seek the permission that can she make some khand prasad, or you know that prasad for the bhog. She was refused, for they had an excuse that you cannot prepare anything without a permission, and we do not have this much of allowance that every day in the morning we use so much of jaggery, desi ghee and flour, and that's the reason. And we don't believe in whatever guru that you believe. So now you are a daughter-in-law, you have to follow whatever we follow. We don't believe in Guru Nanak Dev, we do not believe in this community, and we do not believe in whatever that you are praying to. So it's up to you. If you promise that you will not eat the rest of the day, you can use the flour, desi ghee and sugar or the jaggery, only on the condition that you will do the entire work and do not eat your amount of flour. And the second condition is that you will have to prepare this prasad outside the house where there is no roof, nothing. You have to prepare your own chulha. In those times there was like this chulha system na, तो उसको खुद का चूल्हा बनाने को कहा गया है. that अगर आप अपना चूल्हा बनाते हो, आप अपने हिस्से का आज का जो भी राशन है उसको यूज करते हो, then only, and you promise that rest of the day if you're starving, you're not going to say no to any work, then only you can go and prepare your prasad. Now this girl started thinking. She was allotted this amount of atta, flour, to prepare the prasad or to eat herself. She decided every day that she will bypass the flour that she had into two, and in the morning when she has a habit of praying to God, reciting the Mool Mantra and praying to God and preparing the prasad, she will use that to make the prasad. She decided that every day she is going to practice her principles of praying to God, because she had a connectivity with God. She felt the importance of her starving was not as much as important her starving for guru or dhyan or meditation. Whatever was other habit, she went on with this habit. Every day she used to buy partly flour that she used to get, and half of the flour she used to use to make the prasad in the morning while reciting the Mool Mantra, Japji Sahib, and all the prayers that she was taught from her childhood. वो continuous habit उसकी. Now there a day came when she woke up early in the morning, went to take her all the daily course, and went outside to see that her chula was well or not. She saw that it was raining, and it rained, and it was raining, so much, so heavy pour was there that she couldn't decide what to do. She was feeling very bad. But still, with all her courage, she began chanting, reciting all her prayers. She, got the, all those arrangements that, cow dung cakes, and put on the chula, wiped it off, started making the prasad. She realized the fire could not lit because of the heavy downpour. So she covered the place with her ordnis, jitni ordni uske paas the dupattas that she had, she covered it to an extent that it stopped pouring. The place where it was supposed to lit some fire and cook some prasad, she kept by this meantime, when she was preparing this shed, she kept on reciting the Mool Mantra. She kept on reciting the prayers that she had with all her belief. It's just not the matter of reciting whatever you're doing, but believing in whatever you're reciting. And she kept on. There was a time when the shelter was properly done, and there was enough coverage so that she can lit the fire. She started making that prasad, and everybody outside that premises, they were standing there and they were just looking at whatever she was doing. They were making fun of her and said, like, हमारे गुरु तो ऐसे नहीं है, हमारे गुरु तो ऐसे नहीं है, और हमारे गुरु जो है वो ये सब नहीं है, वो ये सब ढोंग नहीं है. And they would keep on, like, कहते हैं ना, नाग करते रहना. And they were nagging at her. When she realized that she had already recited all her prayers and the prasad was done, she literally started crying. There's a verge of breakdown when she broke down. She broke down, started crying bitterly. And one thing that she said, Nana, I want you to eat this. I want you to believe that I, as a devotee of yours, today want your presence to prove that my prayers have not gone in vain. This was the very moment when her in-laws and her husband came and said, if you really believe that you pray, and you pray because you believe, then today I have a stake for you. I will believe in your God. I will believe in what you believe in if your God or your Almighty turns to your house today. Because now today it is raining and you could not save the rest half of your flour. You'll be starving the whole day. In case if your God comes, we will give you food to eat, and we will also start believing in whatever God and Almighty you pray. That was a challenge and disrespect to the God, to Nanak, which she felt. But more than that, as a child, she was bitterly torn. And she was devastated to such an extent that she pleaded with all her heart. She prayed with all her heart and asked that if I, as a person, have prayed you with all my heart, today I will wait for you. This was the time God was waiting, maybe. So after a few hours of this heavy downpour, there was this Prabhat Fairy. They were people who were taking the name of God, Vaheguru, 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 and she could hear it near her door. When she went nearby the door, she realized that the Gurudwara committee had brought Guru Granth Sahib onto her head, and they were seeking for shelter, for the Gurudwara's ceiling had been totally destroyed by this heavy downpour. It was a leakage and it would take few hours to get it repaired. By that meantime, they were looking for a shelter, a place. Then this was the time when this girl said, and she requested the Granthi Sahib to bring the Guru Nanak Dev's book, the mighty almighty's Pachan जो है, she requested कि इन सबको आप मेरे कर ले आओ. With her dedication, maybe, but the God's choice, they brought that book into her house, where the shelter was already being made by her near the chula. And she told her that this is the place where she chants the God's name. And they could see that just by mere dupattas, she was able to hold such a heavy downpour, while the big, strong roof of the Gurudwara itself could not hold that heavy downpour. They realized it was God's will to come to her place. It was His will. God Himself will not come. He will not, but He will send His people. He will send His form to recover you. I think this story was strong enough for me to realize when in a broken condition I want Him to help me. I will not get help by God Himself standing on His 2 feet and helping me. There will be people who will come to help you. Remember, there is something very powerful. The Almighty, Nanak, Guru Nanak, or any form that you may know, chanting His name with all your heart and with all your determination, with all your belief. The 3 things that I'm reminding you of, with all your heart, with all your determination, and with all your belief. These are the 3 strong words will give you anything in your life. This story has moved my life. I've started believing in Him. For I realize His presence when I'm unwell. For I realize that He in His form cannot come, but sends His people. By this story, I have a very strong message to all the people who are listening to me. Believe in this Almighty. But this belief will only recover you. This Almighty is nothing but a big source of power, a big source of enthusiasm that is inbuilt in you, which you've forgotten. वो सारा courage, वो सारी determination हमारे अंदर है, जो हमारे अंदर है, वो हम भूल गए. हमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ उस वाहिगुरु, उस नानक को, उस गॉड को, उस अल्लाह को याद रखना है, इसलिए कि वो हमें रास्ता दिखा सके. और we should not ask Him to come in form to us. And people who say ना कि भगवान है तो कहाँ है दिखाओ. हर इंसान जो आपकी मुसीबत में मदद कर देता है, हर वो चीज़ जो आपके बड़ी से बड़ी एक्सीडेंट को होने से रोक देती है, हर वो जानवर जो आपको जिंदा रखे हुए है, और हर वो पत्ता जो आप खाते हैं, वही तुम्हें मारेगी. Today I would say, I love my Vaheguru, I love my Nana, and He has given me a path of enlightenment. I would want you to follow Him. मंदिर बंद है, मस्जिद बंद है, क्योंकि वो आपके घरों में. Find Him in His this place of ours. हमारे घर पे उसे ढूंढें. हमारी माँ के रूप में, हमारे पिता के रूप में, हमारे बच्चों के रूप में.